Hello, welcome back to Marta's Planning Mess. The excitement of my second Sterling ink order's arrival is here. It's so funny. These have come 2 business days apart, but they were ordered a month apart. So I don't know if I'll order on launch day again, but I would have had to wait even if it had been the next day. But it's interesting how all that was. Okay, let's see what we got in here. Get rid of that. We've got some nice bubble wrap. Okay. I kind of forgot, honestly, what I ordered in this one. I know some things. Okay, this is, I ordered it with gold edging. Silly me. Maybe that was the only way it came. I'm not usually a fan of the gold edging. Oh, pretty. It came with that calendar card. Okay. So cute. I just love that pattern. I love the blues and the watercolor. It's very pretty. All right. This is my pocket daily planner. I've never used this size before. Aside from the little pocket booklet, I've been trying the last couple weeks to see if I would enjoy having a separate book for to-dos. I do not. I just love this though. I don't know if I'll use this for something else. I do have a friend who likes small things, so she might enjoy having this. Oh, look, they give you, so I'm just going to flip through this because I'm not as familiar with this layout. It's not a common planner, it's a full year daily planner. So the beginning's the same. I believe there was, there's no goal page. Well, or no, that's next, I guess. There is no goal page. Okay. No huge loss for me. Okay, and then you've got December 2025 going all the way until the next January 2027. Okay, so the first day you get is a blank spread. Then you get January 1, and that goes every single day till you get to... Okay, so there's 2 blank pages between January and February. So I guess you could do like a monthly recap. And then we have February. And this one, because we have 28 days, I'm wondering if it'll just be one page. Nope, there's still 2 pages. Oh, there's 3. Look at that. Okay, interesting. So as you can see, you know, it's, if this was undated, it wouldn't say what day of the week or what year. So that's really the only thing that makes this tied into 2026 in the daily section. And so we just go all the way through December, and then, as if that wasn't enough, we have, again, our 2-page December spread. And then we have a whole bunch of pages from 446 until 479 that are blank that you can use for whatever you want. So it's not as wide as I was worried it would be. I was worried it was going to be as wide as my, maybe it is, and it just doesn't feel that way. But it's so cute. But it will not be my to-do list because I need to have that incorporated in. I figured that out, and maybe I should have waited, but I knew that I might not like this for that, and so it's so cool. I want a use for it. I don't know what it is. So if I think of a use for it, I'm going to use it. If not, I will gift it. Because like I said, I have a friend who might just think this is the cat's meow. So that's that. Okay. That is adorable. Now, I got another little freebie and a little, just like a little card. Those will go with the planner. So if I give it to someone, they can have that. All right, so what else did I get? Okay, I got a monthly, weekly, and what is this? Oh, I guess you get 2 of them. Okay. 2 sets of weekly. Now I'm very curious because I wanted to use these in a setup. Oh, mercy. In a setup for my fitness planner, and I'm going to show you what I have now and how I'm planning to use these. So there's a part 1 and a part 2. I'm just going to get these out of their packaging. They don't need to stay inside. It is a little big, but the reason I'm going with an N1 here and not an N2, because I could use the N2 horizontal, because I used a Hobonichi 2 weeks and that has worked totally fine. It's big enough, it's the right number of pages, there's no issues with it. So why am I moving up? It is to accommodate something else. So I fell in love with, okay, let's put these here. I fell in love with this. This is a Paper Test Designs weekly notebook booklet. What I did not know, and I fell in love with the layout of this. I mean, all these different spreads. And I thought, oh, there's got to be some way I can use that. And when I first saw it, I thought it was weeks size, N2 size. So that would honestly be perfect for me, but it's not. It's an N1 size, Traveler's Notebook size. So I went ahead and ordered it, and I was surprised it came as a booklet because I thought it was a full planner. It wasn't until just recently that I realized they do also have a full planner with, monthly and all those sections. They have both options, and I didn't realize it. So if this works really well for me, next year I might get the paper test that's the full planner, just so I don't have many moving parts, because these are a lot of moving parts. Now I have a traveler's notebook with the little elastics that I can put several things in, so I think I'll be fine. But okay, so let me show you. I mean, those of you that watch my channel, you'll be like, oh, here we go again. We've seen it a million times. But I'm just going to show you real quick my setup. So I want to show you this. So see all of these little grids and things that I like to graph things on. That's really important for me. But it is a lot of work to draw this out. It just takes a lot of time. And so I got behind, and the only way to catch up was to actually just screenshot stuff from my MyFitnessPal and Samsung Health and glue it in, which is fine, except it made it very thick and bulky and fluffy and stiff. So I have basically taken the rest of my year. I have a little bit of downtime at work every day, sometimes a lot of downtime. So I went ahead and drew these out for the rest of the year. But it's a lot of work. And so my thought was with this one that we have a lot of these spreads kind of drawn out. So this area I'm going to use for this for this. Let's see, was I going to do steps here? Weight, sleep, and then like calories and the stuff. These will go in different places, but I think I'll be able to find a place for everything. Now, when I first kind of toyed with the idea of using the paper test for that, because I mean, that really was what it was intended for when I purchased it. Because it didn't have any other pages, I thought, oh, it's not going to work for me. And then I thought about it more and more, and I sat down and I figured out a way to bring a lot of different elements in here, because the main thing that I'm not doing in this book anymore is tracking my meals. So in this layout, you can see the meals are on this side, and then all the data from my workouts and that sort of thing is on the other side. And I mean, I never look at that stuff. I write it down, and it's good to just for awareness to know what I'm up to, but it's not something that I need to hang on to because I have all the data in MyFitnessPal. Now, granted, it is hard to go back and look at stuff from years past. So there is that aspect of writing it down. But anyway, I don't need to use this section for that. So I decided to take some of the things from here. Let me just show you the sections I have in here. So this section is not helpful. This, I've just been writing down my steps. I'm not sure I need to do that, but that's just the best use I found for this. This section, the monthly section, is where I write down, like, I started off writing my weight in there as well, but I have that tracked somewhere else, so that didn't really continue. But this is where I do my exercises. So how much I walk, and then any kind of strength training that I'm doing, what part of the body I'm working, measurements, total miles for the week, that sort of thing. So that section, I didn't really have a spot for it, so I figured out how to fit it in there, but I'm not thrilled with it. So that is why I got the monthly booklet. So I will have a place to put all that information. Now this, of course, has all these places in here to track things. So I don't know if I will make use of these. I mean, this would be a good place to chart weight or body measurements. So that is a possibility. We will see. But that's in my monthly book. Now what I don't know is if any of that is in here. It does not appear to be. Okay, well, I've got that in here. But there's no quarterly goals or anything. Okay, so now I have this to track food. So as much as I abandoned the idea of putting food in here, I think I still am going to, or I may want to use it for something else. So these two will not have to be in there together because there's just part 1 and part 2, and I'll just use one at a time. And then I can put this in here. So I got those horizontal because I have this one. This is a take a note. And I could have easily gotten a sterling ink, but I had bought this previously because I was just curious about this brand. And I had originally set this up to be a tracker for finances. I'm sorry, my brain's a little slow today. And I had figured all that out. I even drew it in with pen, which is why you see all the whiteout in there on this first week. I did a lot of stuff in pencil, and then I switched to pen, which was stupid because you can see how it's showing through. But anyway, since I'm still in a planning and not 100% certain stage, I'm going to continue to use pencil until it's time to actually write it in there. But one of the things, I mean, I had figured out a place to track this data, like for how much weight I'm lifting for each exercise. I have a way to do that here, but I like to see it this way because, let's see how I have it here. I've got so many things in here. See, I have it like this so I can see from week to week, you know, how much my weight is increasing for each of those things that I'm doing. So anyway, that, yeah, because I started with like 25, 30 pounds and now I'm doing 55. So it's nice to see that. And it's nice to have this format. So I had set this up with like a Dutch door format. So most likely this one, I will do that Dutch door. I'll just trim off this Sunday so that I can see. And actually, you can see I wrote in like each week. I even gave myself a section for quarterly average, which is silly because I'm not averaging these numbers. So I probably will get rid of that. But anyway, I can track that over however many. And this will probably last me several years. So like this is set up. I don't understand this about the take a note at all. They give you 26 weeks and then they give you a bunch of blank. Which, yeah, you could draw it out, but why? Who wants half of a year with a bunch of blank stuff? That kind of baffled me. So, should I continue to use this in the future? I would not. I would definitely go sterling ink rather than, because I guess, is this thinner? Oh, yeah. Yeah, this is the take a note. You can see it's quite a bit thicker. And it just has half a year of information. So they're both half year, but that's a much slimmer half year. So I will use this because I own it and set it up. But as I use up this book, I will continue with sterling ink. So what I will have in my planner will be probably the monthly. Where's my monthly? probably set it up with monthly, and then this is kind of my weekly section. And even though this is a weekly, this is more like the back of my book. And then one of these for my meals. And this, I may or I may not include this in my, in the elastics, just because this would be more like take it to the store. I do have these really nice post-it shopping lists that are like this size. So when you plan out your meal and you have a place to put that and take this to the store so it doesn't get all bent and crinkled. So I don't know if that will fit in there or not, but these may just be on the side, and these ones would be what I would take back and forth with me to the gym. So that is what I have for the second order, and I'm excited to use this stuff. And this is a little bigger than this, not a ton. You can see that it's just like this edge, like a finger's width wider in all directions. The bag that I take to the gym, it's kind of like a fanny pack, like those ones that people are wearing a lot now, but it's big. And when I first bought it, I was very disappointed because it looked big and bulky compared to what I was expecting it to be. And that kind of made me sad that I wasn't going to use it. I even toyed with the idea of converting it into a shoulder bag because it's kind of a toaster style. But since I've been using it for my workout bag, it fits my workout gloves, my phone, my planner, my earbuds, a key, just all the things I need to go back and forth to the gym in the morning. And I think it's going to fit this fine because it's so oversized. So anyway, this is the stuff that I'm going to be using, and I'm excited about it. I'm glad that you came along to watch this video. I hope it gives you some ideas. If you're looking for fitness, I mean, Hobonichi Weeks as a fitness planner is a classic. A lot of people use it for that. It just is set up quite well to work that way. I don't horizontal plan. That's not my thing, although I have dabbled with it a little bit as I'm working through some alternative spreads. But in general, I like a vertical spread. So that is, but I love the size of the week. So I love that Sterling Ink gives us the option to have either horizontal or vertical in any style or size that we want, because I just really appreciate that, because they work for different things. But if you're looking for ideas on how to set up your workout planner, then I would suggest looking through YouTube videos and Pinterest boards for Hobonichi Weeks and exercise, because there's a ton out there. I know a lot of people use their SIs for that as well. And I actually bought a horizontal SI with the intention of using it for that, and I'm actually going to use that for something else, because I had toyed with using these for financial planners and the N2 for workouts, but I think it's because what's driving it is this book. Because it just saves me so much time to have all of these spreads already laid out for me. I don't have to draw them in. I can just fill them in. So, yeah. If this just gets to be horribly, awfully bulky and whatever, then I will probably buy myself another N2 horizontal and just switch over to that. But I'm hoping that this can work, because again, it will save me all the time of drawing these out. But you know, these books are amazing because they give you the flexibility to draw things out. So, you know, it'll work either way, but hopefully this will work quite well because it's already set up for me. So anyway, thanks for watching. Have a wonderful day. Talk to you in the next one.